forgot to change out the logos in the back. Whatever. It's okadoke. Oh, hey, there we go. There's my logo. Guess I could get rid of this one. There we go. Move that down a little bit. Hey folks, how's it going? I'm going to get started in just a little bit. Casual day today. Might be cutting the show just a little bit short. This will be the last show before the holiday break. Hey, Class Roos. I have a feeling I might have a couple of questions today. Yeah. Why? Is there anything going on? All right. Yeah. Hello, MDM. Hey, Sam Burke. MDMNMDLLR. Yes, big news this week. If I get around to it, I'll play a little bit of the Yule Fest as well. But I'm really just kind of keeping things open. Like I say, doing a short stream probably today, cause I have my son with me today. Can you wave hi, Jeffrey? There you go. I've got he's not at daycare today. I've got him through the holiday break, so I might have to call it a little bit short. Hey, Bellandora. Xanthor. Yep, he's 5. My son. Hey, Vicky. Yep. I got him watching YouTube, as the kids are wont. I tell you, man, his generation, it's all about the YouTube. It's all about the cell phones. He could care less about the television set. His television set has to be in his hand. It's true. It's true. If I was a network executive, I would be a little nervous, but we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should probably change the stream title. I kind of wish they didn't even have that. Alright, there we go. Updated information. Get him into Lotro? I'm sure at some point he'll be playing his daddy's games. Yep. Alright, so I guess let me just kind of, like I said, it's going to be a casual stream. I just sort of ran into the office to get this done. We're just about ready to head out on our holiday break. You know, we will be doing social media. We will have sales and bonuses and all that sort of thing going on. But we're really kind of wrapping things up before the holidays, getting things out. That was the purpose of the hot fix today, is to deal with some last minute concerns and get all that stuff done before the end of the day. So let me just quick call up my notes. So what was today's hot fix about? Today's hot fix was about 3 things. We fixed an issue with Throne of the Dread Terror where the T1 chests were just not able to be looted, and that was kind of a biggie. NPCs that you don't have unlocked now have their little thing saying so above their head. We also fixed a minor issue with the Standing Stone icon. You know, we have to swap out the old turbine logos and references to turbine points, things like that. Yeah, we have, I think it's like 30 days or so to do it, but we got most of that done with our patches this week. And so if there's anything left over, well, we'll just kind of have to tackle it piecemeal over the next couple of updates. But we'll see what happens there. So overall, it's not, it's pretty much there. It's Lotro points now, and not turbine points. Kind of makes sense, actually, because they were always just for Lotro anyway. Last cup of cocoa before the holidays. There you go. Is Lotro no longer a turbine product? That is correct. If you haven't, for some reason, heard the news, you can find information about it on Lotro.com. You can just find it on Lotro.com. We have both an announcement and a frequently asked questions. I guess I could put those up if we have any questions about it. But for the most part, we are now Standing Stone Games. We have been able to get both the Lord of the Rings and Dungeons & Dragons games and bring them to our new independent studio called Standing Stone Games. And we've entered into a partnership with Daybreak Games as our publisher. And no more WB, no more Turbine for these two games. They are continuing to do their own thing, on the mobile side and all that sort of thing. We wish them the best of luck there. So that's been going on. Like I say, you can read the announcements. You can find the fact. There's a few things you'll want to read if you have a recurring subscription. Because of basically anything that's changing is basically because of legalese and that. So like there's a new EULA in terms of service that the lawyers are going to make you agree to when you launch the game client. We aren't doing recurring billing until you opt in. So what'll happen is when you first go into the Lotro store to re-up your VIP subscription, it's just going to say, hey, we give you permission to actually do that. So, and like I say, that's all just kind of legalese stuff. But none of your subscription time has changed. None of your formerly known as turbine point totals are changed. None of the store prices have changed. None of that kind of stuff. Everything's basically business as usual. The idea is to really keep things just going, essentially transparent for people who don't care about video game business deals. It's really kind of you just log in and play. So there we go. But I am here to answer any questions. There's a lot I can't talk about. Pretty much anything that is I can talk about things that are in the FAQ and the announcement, and that's really just about all we can say at this point. There are lawyers wielding great axes that would have a few words with me where I have to get into information I can't talk about. But Cryles has a question that I've seen quite a bit. What is Daybreak doing? They're our publishing partners. So if you think the best way to describe it, I've thought is if you think about the size of a smaller studio like Standing Stone Games, there are certain aspects of running a large MMO like Lord of the Rings Online that you can just see some real advantages, both in terms of efficiency and operation, by having a larger group take care of that stuff. Things like everything from paycheck processing to health insurance to behind the scenes there to in front of the scenes, helping with, say, marketing and promotion and things like that. So they're a traditional publisher in that publisher-developer relationship there. But we are our own studio, and we do own the licenses for our games. Will the VS number change? Oh, CS number change. Short term, no. For now, any questions that you'd have would still just go through support.turbine.com. Eventually we may make an adjustment there, but at least, we wanted to keep the people who know the most about these games just doing their thing. So that's what we're doing short term for at least a couple months or so. We'll see what happens. We'll have an announcement on that. And there is actually in the forums as well a customer service sort of FAQ as well. So if you have any questions about customer service and what might be changing there, you can find that in the forums as well. Yeah, it's true. You can make a Leroy Jenkins yell with Standing Stone easier than Turbine, although it wasn't too bad either way. We didn't call it Tolkien tokens. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Please do Yule Fest. It's great fun. Yes, I plan to. We have some cool kites. I was going to say something else. We have some very cool kites and mounts and things like that. So pretty great. Will phone support be coming back at some point? Stay tuned. We'll see what we can do there. But no promises. Yes, Classroos. I will make an effort to try to get you your codes. So the main issue I have with the Classroos is I can't get in touch with you over YouTube. It's not letting me message you. So you need to get in touch with me, and I'm sorry if you did and I just don't have it, but just be real clear. Get in touch with me through Twitter or Facebook through the Locher pages. Say, hey, this is Classroos. I want my stuff. and I will do so. I can't message you over YouTube. It's just not working. So, yep. Where do we go see our accounts besides in-game? In-game is where you go. Yep. Yeah, I'm reading the YouTube chat. Yep. Now let me see here. I actually thought... I guess I haven't looked into that a bit. Yeah, my account.turbine.com is still working, for now anyway. So you should be able to take care of things that you need to take care of. Yeah, it's still showing up there. So that's actually active, at least for a little while. Any chance at a point sale for Christmas? You might want to look at today's announcements later on this afternoon. Yep. So yes, I can't break the news from our sales team, but we have got sales kicking off today that'll be going through the holidays that you might be interested in if you like things like, say, turbine points and really deep discounts on things. Back to our chat. Let's see. Can we hope that Mordor comes as a pre-order? And 2, ask when comes 19.3? Presumably we're going to do some kind of pre-purchase program for the Mordor expansion when we get to that point. But that's really kind of up to our e-commerce folks to put that together and do the announcement on. It's going to work similar to our previous X-Packs, expansion packs, and so we did them before. It makes sense to do it again. So we'll probably have something like that. But I'll leave that decision-making up to someone other than me. When is 19.3? We do have a plan for, I think it's in January. I'm thinking mid-January-ish. Mid-January. Stay tuned for more info on that. But yeah, we do have another 19.3 patch in the works. So I know it's tough. I've got to start training my brain to say Lotro points and DDO points, you know. MDM says, I have to imagine VIP and similar will be migrated from Turbine to Standing Stone or Daybreak Games. Do we know when and what they will look like on credit card statements? I don't know about the credit card statement, like how it's going to show up. That's a very good question. Oh, I guess let me know. But here's what you need to know about VIP. So your account login remains the same. You keep all purchases, including your points, VIP subscription time, lifetime memberships, things you picked up through the store, all that sort of thing. Let me see. There is something I've got here about... Yeah, so basically what's going to happen is you'll log into the store for recurring billing, and it'll say, like, agree to the EULA and that sort of thing, and then it'll re-up your billing subscription and all that. But all the remaining time and everything you have is perfectly fine. So... I think I feel like
what
that
have
secret.
I done?
You may be right. Yeah. Lotro points. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like on credit card statements. I don't know. I will be curious to find out. I know, the TP joke. Now it's LP. See, now we're a bunch of vinyl collectors, right? LPs are hot. All the kids these days are into LPs. I'm a vinyl nerd myself, so, yep. Have we signed the license for Lord of the Rings? That correct? Is it a 1-year license? We're not getting into the terms of our license deal, but yes, we have renewed our license. It's going to continue to be a non-issue, and There we go. So, how long is the Yule event? It goes. The Yule Festival runs until January 16th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically, through January 15th is the Yule Fest. So since I'm on a bi-monthly sub and MDM and Mendealer says I need to go online and fix that in the news store. So what's going to happen is rather than being recurred billed for the very first time you're going to have your subscription lapse, say under Standing Stone, so you can just go in now, reconfirm that yeah you're okay with recurring billing, and it'll be seamless there. Why do I still see Farmers Fair announcements? We are investigating an issue where splash screens are not updating properly. We have moved them out, so you should not be seeing Farmers Fair stuff. But the problem is it's not downloading the new splash screens through the client. So theoretically, if you really, really care, you can find where the splash screens are located in the game folder, delete it, and it'll re-download the new ones. But it's something we're working to fix. On the website, there is the info for the Yule event. Yep. Hey, Vadim, over on YouTube. You worked at a vinyl record store? I know. See, I love my vinyl records. I'm actually pretty hyped that all the kids these days are back into vinyl, because I've been into vinyl I was into vinyl before it was cool. Yeah. So, but I do like my record player very, very much. So I think it's great news. Can we make Lotro shirts and blankets and stuff? Stay tuned. We'll let you know if we can do that. Did my wife make me get rid of my beard? I don't have a wife. I am one of the 40% who is divorced. When will we get Lotro codes from Steam up again and Amazon? Unsure about Amazon. We are working with Valve on the Steam issue. My guess is it's probably going to be the new year before we get that worked out. But that's something that I know the Quartermaster is on Quartermaster U's radar. All right, let's see. I was into vinyl when it was the only option. Technically, that's not true. There were cassettes as well. I could have purchased 8-track tapes. There was magnetic tape recorders. There was the string phones. Things like that. But yes, I do have some records from the 70s that I purchased in the 70s. Yep. Hipster cord, I know, right? So, new character modeling news is true. So that's something that Sev sort of let slip that maybe we might be working on. I really don't have any info as to the avatar revamp. That's just going to have to wait until the new year. But I mean, certainly it's true, and that Sev said it's something that we might do, and that's really about the best I can say about that one. I don't think we're going to be doing the ability to purchase VIP subscription with in-game gold. Frankly, I think too many people have too much gold that would probably put us out of business. Nice. Someone has the OG Star Wars soundtrack on vinyl. That's a cool one. I have the Arthur Fiedler Disco Star Wars vinyl record. It's as amazing as you would think. Yep. Where did the beard go? I just shaved it off. For Movember, I was doing the mustache thing, and then I just shaved the mustache off in December, and I just was like, you know what? It's been a couple of years since I was clean shaven. Let me just do that through the month of December here. So I'm sure the beard will be back. Yep. Great. Thank you, Classroos. I will get back to you this afternoon then with those codes. Ooh, canned heat double LP. I like that. When comes the Lonely Mountain? I'm not sure. That's like saying the Star Wars Holiday Special. That Life Day still took place at Turbine, and we were invited per usual to partake in such an amazing holiday event. And Life Day at Turbine is when everyone gets together before like Christmas break or holiday break or whatever, and watches the Star Wars Holiday Special. Mm-hmm. Yep. Dum-dum-dum. I also have the Battlestar Galactica disco. Mm-hmm. Yep. First ever LP I purchased. That would be Black Sabbath Paranoid. Yep. Alright, where's my game client doing? It's still updating. I forgot to update it on this computer, so I figured I'd just be talking mostly anyway, so there we go. We have a pretty big update. It's because we have a lot of art assets and things like that. Any possibility we'll take a look at the core game engine and update it? I mean, we would love to optimize things. We're always on the lookout for that, but I'm going to say probably not in terms of redoing the entire game engine. Any changes to the current Ithilien tempered essence system? Nothing in the works. No, nothing in the works at this time. But I don't think we're done with that for good. Are we working or will work for the map Lonely Mountain? I'm not sure what that means. Ew, someone's got a signed Michael Jackson Thriller. That's pretty cool. Alright, back to YouTube. Will Standing Stone make the game in other languages now, since it's no longer with WB Turbine? Spanish, Russian, Italian, Polish? No, we have no plans for that at this time. Right now, we have enough resources to continue French and German and English. I know we've been hearing from some of the Russian players over social media and that recently asking for a Russian version of it, but it's just not something that's in the works. I apologize for that. Any info on when the bug in PvMP will be fixed regarding crit rating corruption? I imagine it is on our radar, but I don't have an announcement as to the when. Um, but yeah. What about updating the graphics? Well, maybe. I mean, we always look to make update the graphics as much as we can, but I don't think we're going to see a top to bottom graphics revamp. Now that SSG is independent, where does the money come from to pay employees and server costs? You. It comes from you guys. We've said in the producer's letter and all that sort of thing, the message from Sev, you know, we have big plans for these games, and we're very confident that we'll be able to sustain these games going forward with your support. This is all about continuing your support. So if you guys choose to continue to support Lord of the Rings Online, then we'll continue to make it. I'm sorry, I really can't give more info on the Avatar update. It's really just don't have much else to say at this point. It's something that we're looking at. Yes, Evil Twin. I too would like to see us prioritize some kind of UI work to help with 4K monitors, because you're right. The UI elements don't scale necessarily great. They're better on Lotro than DDO because you can at least change the size of your UI elements on Lotro. But yes, I think it's something that someday in the relatively near future we're going to have to take a look at. Sorry, Kairos, I can't provide exact information as to the size of our teams, but I can say that they remain unchanged. So everyone who was on the Lotro and DDO teams under the old arrangement is now with Standing Stone Games. So, and we have expansion packs in the works and that, so we may well find ourselves doing a little bit of hiring in the near future, but we'll see about that. Will we work on the race friendly of character creation? Like if I make a Lorien elf and I go to Lothlorien, will they treat me as one of their own or still not? Um, I don't know that that is a huge priority for us, but when we have the opportunity to do something like that, it's pretty cool. But I think with your Lothlorien example in particular, we don't really have any plans there. When is the Daybreak update come? It has come. We are now Standing Stone Games. It is a done deal, and we are good to go. Bags don't scale? Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's true. I mean, as Shoemaker says in chat, we are Standing Stone Games. We're not with Standing Stone Games, so there you go. Someone would like to see rep bonuses based on region choice. Yeah, I mean that would make sense, but we'll see. Are there new GMs? At the moment, we're using our same customer service teams, but stay tuned. We do have some folks that we're training up and that sort of thing. So I think you will be seeing some new faces in the near future. For those who don't know, CSL Alkaid, Alkaid, if you've run into her or whatever on the forums maybe or social media and that, she's now in charge of customer service here with SSG. So I know that a lot of folks had some positive things to say about her work in the past. So hopefully you dig that change there. Any way to contact me in private except forums, or is that the only way? PM me through the forums. You can also direct message me on Twitter. I am Jerry Snook on Twitter if you really want to. Um, yeah, also, frankly, if you DM us over on Lotro, guess who reads it? So it's basically private. But if you want to reach out to me privately, that's probably the best way. I'm not giving out a personal email address or something like that. Will the company stay in Boston? Yeah, that's the plan. Technically, we're not. We're really more suburban Boston than Boston. We're based out of Needham, so it's a bit of a drive to Boston. But yeah, Boston area is a safe way to describe it. Yep. Would SSG like to remain independent? Or if a good offer came from a bigger company, would we sell their titles? We like what we are doing now. That's why we're doing it. So, yes, we very much are looking forward to being Standing Stone Games for a long time to come. Any news we could divulge about the memory leak? The only real news I could give is that, we do have an engineer who's been working on game performance and lag and things like that. And I know that that's on that person's radar to take a look at. Someone asked, can we bring back the old team from 2007? A lot of those developers, I mean, this is the reality of the game industry, right? Where people work on a bunch of titles, they move around from studio to studio. So a lot of those folks are gainfully employed and happily employed elsewhere throughout the game industry. But, if there was an opportunity to bring back some of the folks, if they were interested and we were hiring, I'm sure that we would be happy to talk to them. On the DDO side, for example, we were able to bring in Torque, who is a pretty well-known veteran DDO developer. So we'll see. But the reality of the game industry is that developers tend to be fairly mobile and move around and do their own projects and all that. So, but when an opportunity might present itself, I'm sure it's something we would be interested in hearing from them at least. Can I say anything about the extra subscription thing you have mentioned in the FAQ? Just that we're always looking at ways to improve VIP. So there has been some thought about whether we could create additional tiers of VIP or something like that, but we really haven't said anything more about it and really kind of can't at this point. Who is the big boss now at the new studio? That would be Severlin. What are our next goals? Well, our next goals are to celebrate the holidays after we get these hot fixes out. Um, we're going to be keeping things going strong through the holidays into the new year. We've got big plans for 2017. Update 19.3 in January. We've got update 20. We have our 10th anniversary coming up in April. We're planning to go to Mordor, and we have some other stuff in the works too. So geez, we got big plans for Lotro for 2017. It's going to be huge because, I mean, at the very least, we got Mordor, and we got a lot more coming too. Otherwise, it's, I work through the transition here, make sure all of our logos and everything are there, make sure the company is on solid ground, which it is, and transition into Standing Stone Games and keep working. So we have a lot in the works here. Someone wants to be a captain to be a better healer, maybe. Okay. No plans to not have standard housing upkeep for VIPs because it's just coin. So there you go. But we could take a look at it maybe. Will This is something that's come up several times. Will Lotro be provided as part of the Daybreak sort of overarching sub? Apparently Daybreak has some kind of program where you can pay and get all the Daybreak games as one. At this point, no. But who knows what the future could bring. But we don't have any plans to do that short term here. Are we happier and more relaxed? Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, a lot of it is sort of business as usual for us. I mean, there's a lot of things that are changing, with Standing Stone Games, but it's the same team. We're sitting at the same desks. We're hanging out with the same people. We're doing the same work. We're talking to the same communities. We're running the same games. So we got some logos and we got a bunch of things there, but we were happy before and we're happy now. So, but what this positions us to be able to do is, reinvest in our games in a very positive way and really dedicate ourselves long term to both Dungeons and Dragons Online and Lord of the Rings Online. So yeah, we're really excited. We got a lot going on that's pretty cool. Could we develop other games in the distant future with the licenses we currently have? I don't know. That's way beyond my level of expertise. I would assume that if you're going to make a new game, like, say, based on Lord of the Rings, you need to work out some kind of deal with Saul's Zance and stuff, but what the heck do I know? I honestly don't know that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. Will we bring lifetime back? No.
They approach! Defend us!
People have asked, hey, can we do lifetime subs again? No. I appreciate the passion for lifetime subscriptions, but they tend not to be very financially lucrative for companies that do them. Someone's basically saying, what could we do now that we couldn't do under the old structure? Really, a lot of it is, like I said, pretty much the same. So we had a lot of freedom under the old structure. We have a lot of freedom now. We're still working with our license holders on various things, just like we used to. So there's not really a whole lot. There really
There is
isn't
a
a whole lot
certain
different there.
unpleasant feeling lingering about. Something on the air is strange tonight.
It's our vision to bring to reality. I guess in a way that maybe allows us a little more flexibility than in the past, but it's not like things were super difficult under the old regime. So honestly, a lot of it's going to be okay. Not a lot of huge changes there. Yeah, we've been reading those comments about Kickstarters and all that too. At this time, we don't have any plans for that sort of thing. I can't speculate as to whether we ever would or anything like that, but it's just not on our radar at this point. I know it's an interesting concept, and we live in a world of Kickstarters and that sort of thing, but it's just not something that we have planned. Will the way we acquire new Athelian essences remain the way they are? Currently, the chance of getting golds is really low. Most of the teals are worthless compared to the older 105 Supremes. Why was it not just a direct upgrade path from the old Athelian teal essences to gold versions? Because we want it to be rare. At this time, we do not have plans to um, change the way people acquire new Athelian essences. So when I spoke subscription numbers, can't get into that. All right. After last news, many of my friends are back. Great. How about story and map? What about Northern Mirkwood and Gladden? Will there be additions after Mordor? Yes. I mean, we're not ending with Mordor. There's a lot left to explore, and we plan to explore it. I can't get to specifics about whether we might get to Northern Mirkwood and that. I mean, we have big plans and a lot of space yet that we could explore, but I'm going to leave it up to the development team and the general process of announcements to do that. What is the best way to contact SSG for business inquiries? At the moment, I'd say don't. But I'm sure eventually we'll have a more formal corporate structure to get in touch with us about stuff. I guess if you really want to, you could reach out to us over social media, but really at this point, we're not interested at this point.
Through his eyes, you are revealed.
I think I need to lower the volume of that a little bit. Okay. Any news if we're planning on making the performance better for Lotro? Yes. That is something we are consistently working on and will continue to be working on for a long time to come. Hey, all right. Well, thanks, folks, for the kind words. I'm guessing a new level cap with Mordor, same allies still? I don't know. We haven't said anything about a level cap on that. It might make some sense, but we'll see. Alright, looks like I got the game client going. I don't really have much time to get too much into things, but I can at least, bum around a little bit. Yep, there's a splash screen we're going to need to change out. It's amazing when you try to take an inventory of how many places you've referenced things over the course of a decade, and all of a sudden you need to change it all out. It's like, oh my gosh. But we do have, like, if you open the Lotra store now, we do have the new Standing Stone Games coin logo and things. So that's pretty hot. Yeah, I do think we will be increasing the crafting cap at some point in the future here.
What do you need? What do you need? What can I do for you? Greetings.
Alright. Yule Fest. I remember, so cannot do that right now. Okay. Alright, map to Winterhome. Where did that go? Uncle Alias, hello. Casualist player who enjoyed trying endgame content. As the game became more complex, I found it less satisfying. I wonder, do players find the game more satisfying now than 4 or 5 years ago? That's a question for the chat. Yes, I have a lot of Lotra points. Have I been part of the team since the beginning? No, as a matter of fact, on Lord of the Rings Online in particular, I've only been the community manager since July. I did do work on the community team for Lord of the Rings Online prior to that. I was first hired by Turbine in November of 2010, and I came from the player community of Dungeons & Dragons Online. So I have worked on and off on Lotro through the years, but it really, for recent years, I was all focused on the other game, and now I've had an opportunity to become a community manager for Lord of the Rings Online since July. We don't have a proposed date for Mordor, you'll just have to stay tuned. 2017 is about the best we could say at this point. Are we planning on partnering with any other gaming studios? Zechariah says on YouTube. No plans for it at this point. I've got a stable master. We're at the Yule house here. Mithril trader and such. Festival steeds. It's pretty cool. Gift giver. Welcome to Frostbluff, my friend. If you're here for the Yule Fest, I'd recommend you get in the spirit, participate in activities. There we go. There's some ethylene essence fragments to get. Eating contest. Alright.
Greetings, friend.
Okay, I don't know if I have time to do that one right now.
Hello there.
I suppose I could get started, but...
can I be of service?
Mirror. Snow folks. It's pretty cool. Barter vendors. When will the new avatars come in? Way too early to get into that. Who knows? I'll have to do the intro first anyway, so yeah, it looks like I gotta find the mayor. Hello, mayor. Where are you at, dude? I see workers. The announcer. Festival theater. That's pretty hot. Let's head into the festival theater, huh? What's the best way to point out still existing turbine references in the game? You can make a post in the forums. You can get in touch with me through Twitter, Facebook. You can just PM it to me. You can file a bug report. Quite a few different ways, frankly. So.
How do you do?
All right. I'm terrible at this. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. King Kronos asked again about lifetime licenses. No, we will not be doing lifetime in the future. Are kinship changes ever going to come? You know, it's something we can continue to look at. You know, I'm not opposed.
How do you do?
All right, I'm an extra.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So how do I extra? What am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright. Why the postman has just delivered your invitation. Use your emotes. Alright. Gonna wink at the audience. Nice. Shed a tear. There we go. Throw Frostbluff Rotten Fruit at Codpiece. I don't have any Frostbluff Rotten Fruit. How does the neighborhood adding work? There's no more island kin houses on Arkenstone. I'll let someone know. I'll have to check on the True Thieves quest. I don't know what to make of that question. Sorry. Gonna wink at the audience. Shake fist. Oh, that's too great. Can I smack my head? Shed a tear. I could say I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. I'm a terrible extra. Yeah, I know. I can do much acting. I am an actor. Yep. Which dev is in charge of systems design and balance? There's a bunch of them. Yep. I think Friendly Hat does a lot of systems work right now. Alright, I actually need to get done here in just a little bit, so that's good. Our tale comes to an end. Let me bow. Let me type bow correctly. There we go. Alright, yay! Alright, thank you for joining me on Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotraStream and youtube.com/LordOfTheRings/live. We are heading into a long holiday break, heading into the new year, so I don't know how many people are going to be streaming over the next week or so. I've been hearing from some folks in Lotro Stream that they will be streaming. I know some folks will not as well because they're spending time with family, friends, loved ones, whatever. So we're going to be a little spotty on the schedule over the next week or so, but I will be back in the new year. I am not going to be here next week. Hope you are having a good time watching Lotro Stream. Hope to see you in the new year. We do have a full schedule that you can find on Twitch and YouTube. And we will be back in 2017 with Standing Stone Games. Let me just give a quick shout out as well. If you are interested, you can find Standing Stone Games both on Facebook and on Twitter. On Twitter, it's Standing Stone MA, and on Facebook, just search for Standing Stone Games, and you'll find us. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you being here for 2016. It's been an honor, it remains an honor, to be your community manager here, and I am looking forward to talking with you guys more in 2017. See you around.